KOSPI 5640, institutional floor conferred.
All right, let's get straight to it. Here is the bottom line right up front. You need to ignore the noise from foreign selling. What's really happening is that Korean institutional buying in Samsung is confirming a tactical floor for US AI hardware tonight. That's the whole story. Now look at this number, plus 733.7 billion won. Burn it into your memory. We're going to circle back to exactly what this means, because frankly, it's the only number that actually mattered from the entire session. So, this brings us to the core issue. We have to understand the dislocation in the Korean market. It's all about separating the real signal from all the surface-level noise.
You saw the big headline, right? KOSP up a strong 1.63%. But let me tell you, this is a trap. This is not the real story. The real signal is buried much, much deeper. And this chart, well, it just lays out the conflict perfectly. On one side, you have foreign investors selling off over 173 billion won, but look at the other side. Local institutions came in with a massive wave of buying, 733.7 billion won. See, this isn't a rally. This is an absorption. A structural defense is literally being built right before our eyes. So how exactly does this defense build a floor? Well, to figure that out, we have to find out where that smart money was actually going. Where was that capital deployed? And bam, the heat map shows it all. This capital wasn't spread thin across the market. No, it was a laser-focused injection into one key supply chain node, Samsung Electronics, and that signal activated with a 2.76% gain. This right here is the canary in the coal mine for the entire AI sector. What we're seeing is the creation of what I call an institutional floor. It's a structural support level. You have domestic smart money stepping in, creating a huge liquidity buffer by soaking up all the foreign and retail selling. They're telling us that the underlying value in this specific sector is sound, no matter what the macro fears are. So what does this defensive play in Seoul mean for New York? This is the Trans-Pacific Bridge. It's the confirmation that the AI supply chain is still incredibly strong. The logic here is direct and it's simple. This heavy institutional buying validates the demand for high-bandwidth memory, the super-fast memory that is absolutely essential for AI chips and for their advanced foundry services. Look, Samsung isn't making these things in a vacuum. They are a direct leading indicator for the demand pipeline of the entire US AI hardware ecosystem. And this really brings us to our core principle, the one rule you have to remember. Do not trade the headline. Trade the supply chain. All right, analysis is over. Now for execution. This is tonight's battle plan for the NASDAQ 100. Pay close attention. Your pivot level is 24,728. If we are trading above this level, you maintain a long bias. Target is 25,150. If we break below it, that signals an immediate reduction in tech exposure. A break of that level confirms the Asian signal was a false breakout. Here are the final risk triggers. This is your execution checklist before the US market opens. This is the macro threat, the 10-year Treasury yield. If it spikes above 4.3%, the entire risk-on thesis is invalidated. This is your kill switch. Watch pre-market volume on Nvidia. Confirm the signal aligns at the open. Invalidate the entire plan if the 10-year yield breaks that 4.3% threshold. Log the result at 0630 EST. No exceptions. If you want the Asia close before New York opens, subscribe.